Taking the idea from the Motormouth YouTube channel and the success of their coffee questions and cars videos, I was thinking that I've been working on many videos for Lexus, Toyota, and particularly the NX community. And there has been a lot of questions in the comments and feedback that not everybody reads. So I find that there are questions asked that might be helpful for others, and they may be not aware of it because they haven't really gone down and read every single comment. And there are some feedback that I might want to share with you all. With that, I decided to create this new series of videos. So one question has been asked by one of my viewers asking, how do I change from adaptive cruise control to the normal cruise control? So I right now have the touch sensitive steering wheel, but the ones who actually have the other steering wheel configuration, I will have to go and take an image and explain it through that way. So if you look at here, you can see that I have the touch sensitive. One thing I've done is I've gone and turned off the heads up display. So meaning the display would actually show up here. So when I touch the steering wheel, you can see that I have that information over there. You can see here, touching the touch sensitive area, you can see here if to activate cruise control, you can press here and activate. So right now I actually have it on cruise control mode. Okay, so you can see it says cruise control mode. All right, so then I'm gonna go into here, and this is where you flip between cruise control and adaptive cruise control. Okay, so I touch here and I press mode. So when I press mode, it says cruise control mode. I press mode again. Now it goes to adaptive cruise control. Actually, it's adaptive cruise mode. All right, so once that is done, you can actually now hover over here and it says adaptive cruise mode. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Touch here, mode, press on it again, cruise control mode. Then I can touch here, it says cruise control mode. So this is how you flip between the adaptive cruise and the cruise control. Hopefully that answers the question, and I'll follow up with the other steering wheel so that I can explain how that works as well. So the non-touch sensitive steering wheel, it's on the same side. It's on the right side. And you can see here where it indicates A, that is the mode button, similar to the touch sensitive one. So to flip between cruise and dynamic cruise control, you press that button. And then on your dash, you will see the indicators turn on. So the first one here is cruise control, and then the dynamic cruise control icons will light up depending on which mode you're in. Follow me on Instagram at LSFTvideos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX 450 Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can also reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, and share it with your friends. This definitely will help me with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, which is greatly appreciated. And now let's continue with the video. Another question comes and asks me about, the parking brake. So right now you see I'm in P mode. I go into drive. All right. So when I go into drive, how do I actually activate the parking mode? So one thing that you do is you lift it up, and then you would now see that I have now activated parking mode. So you can see here that parking mode is enabled. So now I still have my brakes stepped on, but now we'll slowly release it. So the car jerked a little bit, but the parking brakes are able to hold up the vehicle. So now my legs are not on the brakes. All right. So I'm gonna put it back on the brakes just to be safe. And you can see that the parking brake is still there. I am now going to go and deactivate it. All right. So I lift up to activate. I want to press down. Okay. So when I press down, you can see that the parking brake is no longer there. I'm going to release, and you can see that I actually noticed that the car has moved forward. It's still 0 kilometers, but I'm close to a wall, so I really cannot move forward that much more. All right, so that's how the parking brake works when you're in drive mode. Okay, I'm gonna go to neutral now. So in neutral, I still have my leg on the brakes. I'm on a slant right now, so if I release the brakes, I will be going backwards. All right, so I am now going to go and do the same thing. I will lift the parking brake. All right, so now my parking brake is back on, and I am going to now release the brake. All right, so now the car has not moved back. I'm gonna step back on the brakes, and I'm going to release the parking brake. All right, so now I'm still in neutral, and the parking brake is now released. I'm on a tilt, so I'm gonna move, and you can see that I actually moved a little bit. All right, and I'm still in neutral. So that is how you can put yourself on neutral and also put on the parking brakes. Keep in mind, when you're on neutral, the hybrid system, regen, everything does not work. All right, so it does not regen, it does not do anything. So it's critical if you really want to keep on drive, that probably would be the better choice. So this question is only related to the NX 450H Plus, and you can also say the RX 450H Plus as well. So there are a few modes that you can use while driving. There is HV, which is hybrid mode, which uses both the electric engine and the gas engine to give you the full 300 plus horsepower, and when your traction battery goes under 30%, it will automatically go into this mode. So if you're in HV mode, it's similar to driving a 350h because they're both running hybrid mode. And then there is this EV mode, which the car prioritizes EV driving. So most of the time, and I'm saying most of the time, the car will be driving in the electric mode, and it will drain the traction battery until it gets to 30%. Why am I saying it's most of the time? Because there are situations where the gas engine will still kick in when you are in EV mode only. So there are different conditions that will cause that. Then there is charge mode. So you have to hold that button until you see it go to charge mode. And what that is it is to turn on the gas engine and use the gas engine to charge the traction battery. And it can only charge up to 80%. It will not go over 80%. Once it gets 80%, the charge mode will deactivate. So when you are using gasoline in charge mode, it will, while you're driving, it will charge the traction battery. And even at a red light, when you're fully stopped, standard hybrid vehicles will shut the gas engine down. But this situation, in this mode, the gas engine will not shut down and it will continue to charge that traction battery. It is, some say it's efficient enough, some say that it's not efficient enough. You rather just drive the car in HV mode, and that rather than using the gasoline to charge the battery. I've used it a few times to use up my gas faster so that I can actually go and fill up because the gas can be in the tank for way longer than it should. Then we have Auto EV HV. So this is not to charge the battery, but as you drive, the car's computer will actually find the most optimal mode for the car to drive during whatever situation you're in. So if you're going on an incline, you're actually going up a hill, and it's actually not efficient for the car to drive an electric engine, it will then turn on the gas engine so that it will then use the gas engine to push you up that mountain or that hill. And that's when they opt that it's probably better to use the gas engine to go up than use so many kilowatts to actually push you up that hill. So in EV mode, the car will actually maintain in EV mode even if you're on that incline, unless they're feeling that don't have enough power and it has to turn on that gas engine. So it's gone up to the limit of the EV motors, then it will turn on the gas engine. Versus in auto EV HV, the car's computer will find the most optimal situation when to use the gas, when to use the electric motors. So the answer to that question is auto HV EV HV does not charge the traction battery. When you're driving in EV mode, HV mode, auto EV HV, as long as you're driving, you're in ready, the car will charge that 12-volt battery. So depending on what battery we're talking about, but definitely if you're talking about the traction battery, auto EV HV will not. When you're talking about the 12-volt battery, it will continue to charge that 12 volts, but it's going through that DC to DC converter. So it does definitely charge, but not at a high rate when you're talking about the 12-volt battery. Hopefully that answers that question. So when you have a full traction battery, there are a few scenarios that I'm aware of that will cause the gas engine to start up. First is the car is attempting to regen because you're going down a steep hill and the gas engine will start up to help engine braking as there is no more room left in the battery to charge. I don't know why this happens, and it's gone above my knowledge to explain why this occurs. The second reason is that you've turned on the front defogger. When the temperature gets cooler, even at 13 degrees, I've seen it, it will turn on the gas engine to provide enough heat to clear up the front windshield. This is something I believe it's related to some legal things that they have to be able to defog the front windshield within a certain period of time, and the heat pump just doesn't do the job. The third reason is that if you haven't driven your car in hybrid mode for a long time, I have noticed that it will turn on the gas engine for a short period of time. It seems like it goes and cycles through the fluids and to ensure that the engine is healthy. I haven't been able to figure out what triggers this and in what situations and how long you haven't driven in HV mode for this to occur, but it has occurred to me a few times already. And the fourth reason is outside temperature is below minus 10 degrees Celsius. At that point, the gas engine will kick in because the heat pump just doesn't produce enough heat to warm up the cabin. So at that point, that will occur. But one thing I've noticed is if you turn on the air conditioning in that situation, it will turn off that gas engine. So it's all for climate. So the NX has a feature to help save fuel by reducing the AC or heating to unoccupied seats. The car is trying to be smart, and it will activate the vent if it detects seats are being occupied. But it seems like it only detects the seats when the lights are on the dash, where it's having the reminder of the passenger seat belts are on or off. So if you have passengers in the back and there's no airflow, press on the climate and turn off that S-Flow mode. So according to the manual, front seat concentrated airflow mode, S-Flow. This function automatically controls the airflow of the air conditioning system to prioritize airflow to the front seats. Fuel economy can be enhanced by reducing unnecessary cooling. Front seat concentration airflow mode operates in the following situations. There are no passengers detected in the rear seats, and the windshield defogger is not operating. The S-Flow switch is like that on the option screen, so you saw that in the previous video part that I've shown. So it says that when you turn the S-Flow on, airflow is only to the front seats. And if it's off, airflow will actually go to all seats. Alright, so you see operation of automatic airflow control. In order to maintain a comfortable interior, airflow may be directed to seats without passengers immediately after the hybrid system is started and at other times depending on the outside temperature. After the hybrid system is started, if passengers move around inside or enter or exit the vehicle, the system cannot accurately detect the presence of passengers and the automatic airflow control will not operate. So my understanding is when this light actually turns on in the dash, that's when the car detects if there's any presence in the seats or not. And once it turns off, it will not detect anymore. So if you actually started the car and you backed out, you wait for passengers to come in, and if that light is off, it doesn't know there's passengers in the back. So at that point, it will not automatically do that. So I think Lexus needs to fix this in some shape or form. Either you continuously detect it or something has to change for that automatic airflow because it's not really working for many people. So the second part here, it says operational of manual airflow control. It says even if the function is manually switched to direct airflow to only the front seats, when a rear seat is occupied, it may automatically direct airflow to all seats. I'm not sure if that really happens. And they use the word it may automatically. So I don't think it did. And that's why there's a lot of people asking the exact same question every single month. And the last bullet here says to return to automatic airflow, turn with the indicator off, turn the power switch off. And then after 60 minutes or more elapsed, turn the power switch to on. I'm a little bit confused here. Like, don't you just have to turn it back on, the switch, and it'll go to automatic airflow? I'm confused on this instruction. So is this the reason why sometimes this feature doesn't work and we have to manually turn it on, turn it off? I don't know. It just feels a little bit confusing what they said here. Well, anyways, I hope this answers that question and we'll try to figure out this S-Flow thing. I hope that you found that this video was useful, and if you have any questions you'd like me to answer, definitely leave it in the comments below, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.